Well, hello everybody. It's almost December. It's almost December. Or it is December, depending on when I upload the video. But besides that point, a lot of people are saying, oh, it's going to be the end of the world in 3 weeks. Well, let me see. I actually do not think that. But if it does happen, I really do hope it's going to be like a zombie kind of thing. Like zombies everywhere. That would be pretty badass. And because that got me thinking of different ways on how the world can actually end if it does happen. And if it does have to happen, I would want a zombie apocalypse going on. It would be pretty cool, as well as pretty creepy and scary if you get killed. But besides that, uh, because of that, I was thinking you need a survival guide if you're going to be having to fight zombies. And this is all just in my head, and I'm just thinking about this out loud, guys, just for the entertainment of you guys and seeing what I want to also know what you guys think about a zombie invasion. If everyone's just zombies everywhere. I want to know what you guys would think. What would you do? And this is what I would do. Back last week, a few friends of mine, we got together and we were talking about it and saying how the world's gonna end and what do you think is gonna happen? Some people say like massive explosions of volcanoes and earthquakes and or something, or electricity is gonna go out and everyone's gonna live in darkness, or just have zombies break out and some kind of infection just appears, or people just die because of sickness. One of the ones that stuck out was the zombies, and we started talking about that. And we actually came up with our own little strategy guide on what we would do once it happens. And the worst part is when it actually starts. That's the hardest part you got to get through, because as soon as it starts, no one's going to know what to do. You don't know what time it's going to happen. So that's the one part that it's going to be very tricky on how to get through. And because of that, if say it happened during the day. All right, so it happened during the day, normal day, and all of a sudden you hear like screams outside or something. It's just random, and you're thinking, okay, what's going on? So you look outside or through a window, and then you see what you think is a zombie. All right, so you see these people running around from zombies. Now you're gonna say, crap, it's actually happening. I thought that was just like in movies and stories and books and stuff. And no, it's actually happening. And because of that, you gotta know what to do. So we decided what we would do is we would all meet up at a friend's house, and if that place is overrun, now this friend of mine, he lives in an apartment, and because of that, apartments are usually one of the first places to go and are what we were talking about. And because of that is because you have all these people that are like having to go up to second, third, like floors or something, and because of that, it's gonna cause a lot of traffic trying to get down those stairs, and zombies are gonna be everywhere, so they're gonna be climbing up those stairs, which means you're gonna have to jump off from the third or second story on wherever you're at. And his apartment, my friend's apartment, is actually outside, so there's not inside or in a tower or anything. So it's like in a area, and it's all outside. And he's on the first floor, so that's actually a good thing. It allows him to get out pretty quick, but it does not mean that he's going to be all that safe if the zombies break out. So if that place is overrun, they would meet up at my place, and my place is kind of like far away from everyone, and but the city is slowly catching up to me, and it's really sad. But that's another topic. But since I'm away from everyone, they were actually saying we should meet up at my place, and then we would get up to another place that's even farther away. That's like out in like shitville that we would usually call it, because it's like nowhere with nobody, and it's a pretty good nice place to be because there's barely any people. But after watching like say The Walking Dead or something, which is an awesome series, it's not gonna be very safe for very long. How about Herschel's farm? That place was like pretty calm, safe for a while, but look what happened in the end. Yeah, so because of that, it's not it's not going to be very safe, and that's why we decided to meet up at one place, find cars. We got to make sure we have enough oil, supplies, medicine, and if any type of weapon we can find. Guns are not recommended, only because they can attract more zombies or walkers, if you want to call them. And because of that, we don't want to have any attention. We don't want to bring any attention to ourselves, which is why we're going to stick with at max of 8 people in our group, and that includes our families if they can keep up with us. It's really sad to say that, but we're gonna try to be all together as much as we can, and try to protect each other and do not leave alone. We're not gonna be going off on our own and trying to do stuff like they did in The Walking Dead season 2, where everyone was looking for what's her name, and in the end she was already dead, and Walker. I keep forgetting her name. What the hell is her name? Sophia, I think it's called. I can't remember. Oh man, I can't believe I forgot. But anyway, yeah, we're not gonna be doing something like that. If somebody disappears and it takes about a day or two and we still can't find them, you're gonna have to expect the worst and start grieving, because that's gonna be the end of it. Because of that, it's just gonna slow everyone down and get everyone killed. So that's our kind of plan, what we're gonna do. And if it does happen with zombies, and if it's not zombies, what do you think it's gonna be? And if it's even gonna happen in the first place. I really doubt it's gonna be the end of the world, because it wasn't that supposed to be the rumor back in like 95 or something, where people said, oh, the world's gonna end, but it actually didn't. I don't know about that. I really doubt it's gonna happen. I really doubt it. But it's always interesting to talk about what do you think's gonna happen, and if it's gonna be zombies, it's gonna be badass, because then you're gonna be like living inside a video game. Only you're not gonna be able to come back if you die. But besides all that, it's gonna be pretty interesting, and I want to know, what do you guys think? What's your strategy on survival with zombies walking around? How are you gonna get out of where you're at? Where are you gonna go? Just if you guys have any opinions, I want to hear them, because it's pretty cool about hearing about this. It's a pretty cool topic. Not many people actually do it, and I want to know what you think. And I'll catch you guys later. Peace, guys.